9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. There's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Hal and conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I am a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying, but it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. And the trial still has a chance to proceed and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. The guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I'm here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. Oh, look, Cocorico's a nice guy. Unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you. If the defense is absent, there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. We'll now talk with the jury. The defense is... Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu. Jayjay, look a total mess. Take a morning swim in the sea or something. Something. Like that. Your Honor, we're all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. There's a rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor. But Your Honor. Rules are rules. One more word at either of you and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France? He's here? Oh, we're not doing the trial after all. It's a pity. Your Majesty. What a surprise. We are... well, you see... You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, he was late. And peace passed. France did not become great dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with the trial. It'll be fun. Look, I say the oath to get this done. I swear to speak without the hatred of fear and tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. Jayjay, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying? No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Ah, fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? I started the day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you could skip ahead a little. Perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. Alright, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle Thibault with a little fanfare. And the Grand Gallery unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech to inspire citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Hal. Well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Madame and Messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that established Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony. It's a testimony of the most trustworthy man in all of France. You flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom. I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I'd like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. How calm yourself, Judge. How calm the standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. He's loving it. We passed through the salle de tibia, where the chocolate... Your Majesty, you say you passed through the salle de tibia uneventfully. Indeed. We stopped briefly to look at paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. Could you elaborate? What did you see in the salle de tibia? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff, mostly. I meant aside from Rosamund. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, Jayjay. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. I want the king to elaborate. I have reason to believe this was a key moment on the day before the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. I suppose you'll have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me think. So there was this giant doorstop, and there was this copper urn thing. Oh, there was something, you know, yes. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major, he was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Huh, did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, the mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was sorry-looking swan. Probably her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Mademoiselle Sign. Sing. That sounds familiar. Yeah, well, yes, I think it was. She was Mademoiselle Sign. I see. It's undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Sign gave chocolates to Major Hal minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, Jayjay. You're suggesting the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king is has just testified that Major Hal ate chocolates. Yes, but that much is no longer a dispute. But you still have not proved the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume the swan was merely offering a gift rather than speculating she is a murderer. Yes! Shame on your defense. Implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why, you ought to end this trial. Hold on. I do have evidence the chocolate was, in fact, poisoned. I don't believe you, Jayjay. If you had a piece of evidence that signified, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? Oh, the drama is getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears the defense has just realization of his own, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, Jayjay. Stop while you still have a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. Wait, what? I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection. Oh, is this the one that pumped me on the head? No, Sparrowson. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I'd like to testify on the poison chocolate issue. I even held a doctor's note, see? See? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn the entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of the public prosecutor was to assist judges. I told you, Your Honor. My job isn't to get a guilty verdict, it's to justice is served. I swear you're the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. Ahem. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These include profuse sweating, rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from a plant known as aconite, aka monkshood, aka wolf's bane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe the patient to be clinically... well, we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Fowler. Dr. Sparrowson. Don't even think I'll need to question you. Between your note and the King's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Wait, did you say the King is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird, tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, here's a note signed by a medical professional, definitively proving the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We couldn't nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it'd be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. Gosh, what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. The poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt to the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous? Well, a step above circumstantial. You have proven a link. A wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond a doubt Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Oh, please tell me you got signed. Whoa! Hi, Sparrowson. Little legend. Hello. Yo! Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet. You have been an enormous asset to this case. What are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness. Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought I'd beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Side, so she could testify about Prince Juan's character. Putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, the court established Mademoiselle Side as possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor? Do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Sine as a witness? No, none. Bear in mind, of course, you're here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Sine. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred, without fear, tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good. Very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Sine. I'm a flower seller. Mademoiselle Sine, tell the courtroom your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in Salle de Thibault, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused. But a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I personally had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? I'm sure people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect for the love of people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur, I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. Oh, she's lying. I mean, we're going to get Prince Juan off, but... Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. Shall we wrap this court session up? No. Not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocent. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan and all you've done with the job of disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe the Mademoiselle has admitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. Fine. Can I show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine. If it'll shut you up, I'll let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Aha. Please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa, my mum. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? The ward judge got angry. They are. Tickets arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then, that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honour. Members of the court, everything I said today has been truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king, except it was not of my own volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task of threat of harm. You see, my family's been struggling to get by. Winter has been harsh and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I loved. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Bum, bum, bum. Ha! What a creative story. There's obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed. I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although, admittedly, this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They've proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Sine, I'd like to believe your story. But accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is hugely serious action. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge let you buddy, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. Contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course this supposed contract doesn't exist. Mademoiselle's no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Sine? A link? Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Sine in the past. I know this, because at the very moment I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Green ink. Green pen. You should take a look at this, Severin. Me? You're trusted in the judge's hands? What? What is that? What does that piece of paper say? There's a receipt for a box of chocolates. From Lander Hagerslug's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January, made out to a man named Romulus. Oh, sweaty. The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought the chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been of the same brand and flavour as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with Mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this? Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. This receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Indisputable? What should we dispute it? What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is you have nothing to prove I was the one who signed that receipt. This is absurd. Too me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake handwriting analysis. That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honour uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents. And that would be correct. Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. Oh, come on, JJ. Oh, but first things first. I believe you dropped your pen. Your Honor. Oh yeah, that's mine. Thanks, I've been looking for that thing everywhere. I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside Salpêtrière Hospital. I did not see the assailant face, but did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the scene. Ah, that's why you smell of fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude. This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say the pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see I must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in colour. And as we all know, only baddies write in green. Yes. Well, yes. But more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink colour. No adventure that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. No adventure that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus reflects respect for classic penmanship. What of it? Take another look at the chocolate receipt, Severin. That receipt was signed with emerald green ink. Certainly quite a coincidence. No, there is no more room for coincidence. There is more doubt. There is only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of July, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom filling. That custom filling contained poison originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle Sign, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged the debt of force the girl to present poisoned chocolates to the king. Then, an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself, and the murderer is ordered to take the fall in Mademoiselle Sign's stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. And when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle Sign to take full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it. Fine, I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered. There is no damn thing any of you can do about it. I'm the one who holds the gavel, and I'm the one who passes the sentences. With the snap of my fingers, I could have each and every one of you guillotined and placed, at the Place des Austerlitz before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody. Not even God can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the court of their seasons. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You've no authority over me. He doesn't. I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty. You'll see. Revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and the government will fall. The bourgeois will be slaughtered. We shall have a glorious second republic. A republic free of class where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me. Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector. What? What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take over the President Judge's duty? Given the surprising series of revelations that just took place, we believe the results are clear. We find the defendant Prince Juan Carrito to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Yay! What? What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear you were coerced. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. But as it happens, due process was not followed during this trial session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disreputed the proceedings. Consequently, I believe most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in a court of law. What does that mean? He's saying you're free to go. Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much, monsieur. And thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you would have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although now that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. You need a holiday after all this drama? Well, yes, but I also want to get away from here before, before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. Oh, it's not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you were smart, you would clear out of here too. Thanks for the concern, mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see. And good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over. Wait, mademoiselle, do you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh, she's gone. So I guess it's you and me and the fox. Right, Falcon? That sounds good, Sparrowson. Take Prince Wine back to the Aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin. Okie dokie. I suppose congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way you did. It was quite a feat. It went far better than I could have hoped. You surprised me then with that little lie of yours. Lie? This trial's testimony are completely invalid? Bullcock. And I both know this trial has produced ample valid evidence for Mademoiselle Sign to be detained and tried. Even with the coercion accounted for, I bet she would still be found guilty of conspiracy or accessory to murder. So why are you holding back? You know, 10, maybe 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Mademoiselle Sign. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came my way. I thought if the guilty person ends up behind bars or on the hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details. The details? The extenuating circumstances. The personal considerations. The gaps in the law where even due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but to ensure justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle's side and she would definitely be convicted. But that would not serve justice. You're a good lawyer, Cocorico. Well, you're not terrible, Falcon. Aww. I must congratulate you, Signor Falcon, Signor Sparrowson. What am I doing still using that old accent? Of course I meant, congratulations, Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson. It's no big deal. We were just doing our jobs. Oh no. Your job ended when I proved my innocence. Everything after that was going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in. Oh, but before I forget, your payment. Thank you, Monsieur Forbes. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. Are we rich? 99 francs. Ooh. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur Forbes, before you go, something's been bothering me. Why did you come to us in the first place? Surely there are much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. Oh, more reputable than the Falcon stands before me. Oh yeah, Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I choose Monsieur Falcon as my lawyer for that reason alone. Huh? Really? I've never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. Let's not go down that road, Monsieur Volps. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That's fair, but we should be fixed out on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future is where our potential lies. That's why we should be paying attention. The storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution the crooked judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say a wolf is right. Rebellion is coming, one way or the other. Listen, Monsieur Falcon. You'll probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up the dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office at any time. Dig up the dirt? I'm a private investigator. That's what I do. I'll bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Volps. Good day, messieurs. I'm going to get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I'm just going to ask if you want a tea or coffee. Ha ha.